You know what's worse than being disrespected? Not even realizing you're being. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote in his meditations that waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. But here's what he didn't tell you. You also shouldn't waste time on people who pretend to respect you while secretly undermining everything you stand for. Today, we're diving deep into the 7 hidden signs that someone truly respects you. Not the obvious stuff like saying please and thank you. Anyone can fake that like a Netflix actor reading lines.
Sign 4 is common, and sign 3 is not easily recognizable.
Sign 1. They remember the small details you've shared. Here's the truth bomb. People who respect you don't just hear you, they listen like they're studying for a Harvard entrance exam. Think about the last conversation you had. Someone asks, "How was your weekend?" You mention you were stressed about a presentation at work. A week later, most people have forgotten. But someone who truly respects you, they'll follow up. "Hey, how did that presentation go?" This isn't about having a memory like Elon Musk's Neuralink. It's about caring enough to file away what matters to you. When someone respects you, your words carry weight. They treat your stories like valuable data, not background noise while they wait to talk about themselves. The ancient Stoics called this prosoch, attention or vigilance. Epictetus taught his students to pay attention to what's within their control, and genuine respect means someone is choosing to pay attention to you. The red flag alternative? Fake respect sounds like this. They ask about your life but zone out the moment you answer, eyes glued to their iPhone like it's the only thing keeping them alive. They're there physically, but mentally they're already drafting their next Instagram caption. The Stoic wisdom here, as Seneca wrote, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. True respect is that kindness in action, remembering, caring, following up. Sign 2. They defend you when you're not in the room. This is the ultimate litmus test, better than any personality quiz on BuzzFeed. Marcus Aurelius had a principle: the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Someone who respects you doesn't just avoid throwing you under the bus, they actively protect your reputation when you're not there to defend yourself. Why this matters? Anyone can be nice to your face. That's as easy as ordering from DoorDash. But defending you when there's no benefit to them, when they might actually face social pressure for standing up for you, that's genuine respect. The psychology behind it? According to research from Stanford University's psychology department, people unconsciously align with whoever's in the room to gain social approval. Breaking that pattern to defend someone absent requires conscious effort and genuine regard. Real-world scenario? You're in a group chat. Let's call it your work Slack or Discord server. Someone makes a snarky comment about your idea from yesterday's meeting. A person who respects you will either defend your perspective or privately message you with support. Someone faking respect, they'll either join the mockery or stay silent, which is basically the same thing. The Stoic angle? Epictetus taught that our character is revealed through our choices when no one's watching. True respect means someone chooses integrity over popularity, your dignity over their convenience. Warning sign? If you notice someone has only positive things to say about you to your face, but you hear through the grapevine that they're different when you're gone, that's not respect. That's political maneuvering, like a bad season of House of Cards.
Sign 3. They set boundaries with you. Wait, what? Boundaries equal respect? Absolutely. Here's the counterintuitive truth that most self-help gurus on YouTube won't tell you. Someone who truly respects you isn't afraid to tell you no. Think about this like your smartphone's battery optimization. Your iPhone doesn't let every app run in the background, draining power. It sets limits. Similarly, people who respect themselves and you will set healthy boundaries. Why fake respect never says no. People pleasers and fake friends are like yes men in a bad corporate environment. They agree with everything because they want something from you: approval, access, or advantage. They're essentially running a social media algorithm on you, showing you only what you want to see. Real respect looks different. Someone who genuinely respects you will say, "I can't help you move this weekend, I have prior commitments, but I can help you next Tuesday." They won't ghost you like a bad Tinder date or make up elaborate excuses involving fake family emergencies. The Stoic principle here comes from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Someone with genuine respect has this internal strength. They don't need to please you at their own expense. The psychology. Dr. Brené Brown's research at the University of Houston shows that people who set clear boundaries actually form stronger, more authentic relationships. It's like the difference between a structurally sound building and one that looks good but collapses under pressure. A modern example. Think about Netflix's content moderation or YouTube's community guidelines. They set boundaries on what's acceptable. It's not disrespectful, it's maintaining standards. When someone respectfully declines or disagrees with you, they're treating the relationship like it's valuable enough to be honest in. Red flag. Someone who never disagrees, never says no, never pushes back, they're either planning to ask you for something big later or they don't respect you enough to risk any conflict. Either way, it's fake. Seneca said it best, "If you live according to nature, you will never be poor. If according to opinion, you will never be rich." True respect lives according to nature, authenticity, not according to opinion, people-pleasing. Sign 4. They ask for your opinion and actually consider it. In the age of Google, ChatGPT, and endless information at our fingertips, asking someone for their specific opinion is like saying, "Your thoughts are valuable enough to interrupt my dopamine scroll." Here's what real respect looks like. They don't just ask your opinion as a formality, they genuinely consider it. They might disagree, but they engage with your ideas like they're worth examining. Think about the difference between a TED Talk speaker and a dismissive boss. The TED Talk presents ideas and invites discourse. The dismissive boss asks your opinion, then does exactly what they planned anyway. One respects diverse thinking, the other is performing the theater of respect. The Stoic principle, Epictetus taught his students to question their assumptions and examine ideas from multiple angles. When someone asks for your opinion and truly listens, they're practicing this philosophical principle. They respect your capacity for wisdom. Modern workplace example. Imagine you're in a Zoom meeting. Your manager presents a strategy for the new quarter. Someone who respects you will ask, "What do you think about this approach?" And then actually pause to hear your answer, not just wait for you to finish so they can move on. They might even follow up with, "That's an interesting point about the timeline. Let me think about that." Compare that to fake respect. "What do you think?" followed immediately by, "Anyway, as I was saying." They asked, but your answer was just elevator music to them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Someone who respects you understands this. Your perspective has value, even when they disagree.
Sign 5. They're consistent, not just when they need something. Consistency is rarer than an authentic Louis Vuitton bag at a flea market. Here's the brutal truth. Most people are fair-weather friends. They show up when it benefits them, disappear when it doesn't. True respect? It's like Amazon Prime. Reliable, consistent, showing up even when it's inconvenient. The Stoic framework. Marcus Aurelius emphasized living with virtue regardless of circumstance. Someone who respects you demonstrates this through consistency. They don't treat you like a vending machine, nice when they want something, invisible when they don't. What consistency looks like, they check in regularly, not just when they need a favor. Their behavior toward you doesn't drastically change based on who else is around. They follow through on commitments like their word is their bond. Think about it like this. Your iPhone doesn't suddenly stop working when you don't have an important call to make. It's consistently there. People who respect you operate the same way. Their regard for you isn't transactional. Real-world example. You have two friends. Friend A texts you constantly when they're going through a breakup or need career advice, then vanishes for months when life is good. Friend B checks in monthly just to see how you're doing, whether they need anything or not. Which one respects you? Friend B. Because respect isn't a service they activate when needed. It's a constant state of valuing your presence in their life. The LinkedIn test. You know those people who only reach out on LinkedIn when they're job hunting? That's fake networking. Real respect is staying connected even when there's no immediate benefit, like building genuine relationships rather than collecting contacts like Pokemon cards. Modern dating parallel? It's the difference between someone who only texts late at night, we all know what that means, versus someone who actually has conversations throughout the week. One's using you, the other respects you. Seneca taught, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Consistent respect is the preparation that creates strong relationships. When you need someone, they're already there, not because you summoned them, because they never left. Red flag. Someone whose attention and kindness are wildly inconsistent, hot and cold like a broken thermostat, isn't respecting you. They're managing you based on their needs, like you're a resource to be optimized rather than a person to be valued. The Stoic wisdom. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. People who truly respect you embody this. They don't perform respect when it suits them. They are respectful, consistently, like breathing. Sign 6. They celebrate your success without making it about themselves. This is where fake respect dies a spectacular death. Picture this. You get a promotion, launch a successful YouTube channel, or achieve something you've worked hard for. You share the news. How people respond tells you everything. Genuine respect? That's amazing. You've worked so hard for this. I'm genuinely happy for you. Tell me everything about how it went down. Fake respect? Oh, cool. That reminds me of when and suddenly your achievement is just a springboard for their story. The ancient Stoics called envy one of the most destructive emotions. Epictetus taught we should focus on our own path, not compare ourselves to others. Someone who respects you has internalized this. Your success doesn't trigger their insecurity. The psychology. Research from Princeton University shows that secure people can celebrate others' achievements without feeling diminished. Insecure people experience others' success as a personal threat, like a zero-sum game, where your winning means they're losing. Social media reality check. On Instagram or Facebook, it's easy to spot. Real support looks like genuine congratulations. Fake support looks like one-word comments. Nice. Backhanded compliments. Good for you. I could never settle for something like that. Competitive one-upping. Congrats, that reminds me I just, or qualified praise. That's great, but have you thought about real-world example? You tell a colleague you're getting published in a major industry blog. Let's say you're writing for Forbes or TechCrunch. Someone who respects you gets excited, asks to read it, maybe even shares it on their LinkedIn. Someone faking respect suddenly remembers they were almost published there too, or questions whether it's really that big of a deal. The Beyoncé principle. When Beyoncé wins a Grammy, you don't see Adele trying to make it about herself, even though she's equally talented. She celebrates genuinely because there's no scarcity of success. People with real respect operate from abundance, not scarcity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A noble man compares and estimates himself by an idea which is higher than himself." Someone who respects you isn't threatened by your rise because they're focused on their own growth, not competing with yours. The test. Share good news with someone and watch carefully. Do they ask follow-up questions about your achievement, express genuine emotion, excitement, pride, offer specific praise, share your success with others? Or do they change the subject quickly, minimize your achievement, compare it unfavorably to something else, make it about themselves? Warning sign. Someone who can't celebrate you without inserting themselves into the narrative isn't respecting you. They're seeing you as competition, not as someone worthy of authentic joy.
Sign 7. They respect your time like it's as valuable as theirs. Time. It's the one thing Jeff Bezos and a broke college student both have exactly the same amount of each day. Yet how people treat your time reveals everything about their respect for you. The ultimate sign. Someone who truly respects you doesn't chronically cancel plans last minute, show up 30 minutes late without apology, or expect you to drop everything for them while making you wait weeks for their attention. Think about this through the Stoic lens. Seneca wrote an entire essay called On the Shortness of Life, arguing that life isn't short, we just waste most of it. Someone who respects you understands this. They wouldn't waste your time any more than they'd steal your money, because time is more valuable than money. Modern examples. Respectful behavior. 1. Hey, I'm running 10 minutes late. So sorry. There was an accident on the highway. Should I grab you a coffee to make up for it? 2. I know you're busy. When's a good time to chat for 20 minutes? 3. They show up to your Zoom meetings on time, prepared. Disrespectful behavior. 4. Canceling plans via text 15 minutes before you're supposed to meet.
5. Consistently showing up late with no acknowledgement, like it's normal. 6. Assuming you're always available while their schedule is somehow sacred. 7. Read receipts on iMessage but taking days to respond while posting Instagram stories. The startup principle. In Silicon Valley, there's a saying that time is the only truly scarce resource. Someone who respects you treats your schedule like a valuable commodity, not an unlimited resource they can draw from whenever convenient. Social dynamics. Notice who respects whose time in your social circle. The person who makes everyone wait, they're signaling hierarchy. Their time matters more. Someone who respects you equally understands that you waiting 45 minutes for them at Starbucks is 45 minutes of your life you'll never get back. The therapy test. Therapists charge by the hour and expect you to show up on time. Why? Because mutual respect requires valuing both people's time equally. If your friend treats their therapy appointment with more respect than plans with you, that's your answer. Epictetus taught, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. But here's the thing. This doesn't mean accepting disrespect. It means recognizing when someone consistently shows they don't value your time, that's who they are. Believe them. Action step. Pay attention this week. Who treats your time like it matters? Who acts like your availability is their right? The answers will show you who truly respects you. Here's the final Stoic truth, straight from Marcus Aurelius. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This doesn't mean accepting fake respect. It means being clear about your standards while being understanding that people are imperfect. Not everyone who fails one of these tests is a bad person or doesn't respect you. We all have moments of selfishness or distraction. We're human, not AI algorithms. But patterns tell the truth. Consistent behavior reveals character. Your action plan? Look at your relationships through this lens, not to judge harshly like you're Simon Cowell on American Idol, but to see clearly. Stop wasting energy on people who perform respect without embodying it. Invest in those who show up consistently, authentically, respecting you through actions, not just words. As Epictetus reminds us, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. You can't control who respects you, but you can control who gets your time, energy, and trust. If you found this valuable, hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm show this to others who need it. Subscribe to Mind Keys for more Stoic wisdom applied to modern life. Drop a comment below. Which sign resonated most with you? Have you experienced fake respect recently? Remember, life's too short to spend it with people who only pretend to value you. Respect yourself enough to require genuine respect from others. Stay stoic, stay strong, and stop wasting energy on fake respect.